We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Lutz now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. 120!
He's scared.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
No. Give me that ball, defense.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mike 22. Silver. Mike 22, he's coming.
Kill.
Come on. You better bring it. Mike 22.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Watch out.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, Rip 5-2, on here.
Mike 22.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
First down.
Good. 20. Right in front of him.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Jim.
This 5-7.
Jim.
Here, Jim.
47's the mic.
Hey, Delta.
Pick it up, guys.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, Charlie.
Check 15.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Again, the Smallwood out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they look pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. While we got a second, we remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check. Here we go. Hey, orbit.
Here's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
In your face.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready?
So first and 10 now from the 30.
It's a party now.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, New Orleans.
Ready? You ready? Easy up, sit up.
Now Breeze again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, here's Kamara. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 38. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
At the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady. Check 53. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 61. Match tonight.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Toss play, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Ready? You ready? Check 53. I don't think you got it, son.
Now Breeze on third down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So that one will be accepted. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them. And
this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Just like that.
On first down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Again, it's Breeze. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith taking it in. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing now is Wentz. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Motion. Like 22, he's coming. 22.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Into the red zone. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.